Hey, Cowboys Nation! Welcome back to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you're a lifelong supporter, someone who bleeds blue and silver, or you're just starting to catch that Cowboys fever, you've come to the right place. Before we dive into today's breaking news, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss the latest updates, inside scoop, and everything Cowboys related. Now, Cowboys Nation, buckle up because we've got some earth-shattering news that could send shockwaves throughout the entire NFL landscape. This is the kind of news that will have fans talking, debating, and analyzing for weeks, even months to come. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Hold on to your hats, because the Dallas Cowboys are making a move so monumental, so game-changing, that it will have a ripple effect across the entire league. Yes, you heard that right, folks. Dak Prescott, the face of the franchise, the undeniable leader under center, and the quarterback who has led this team through both triumphant highs and crushing lows, is reportedly on his way out. You might want to sit down for this one. Sources are indicating that the Cowboys are deep in talks with none other than the Cleveland Browns to trade away their star quarterback. But why, and what does this mean for the future of America's team? Let's dive deeper into this breaking news, and trust me, you won't want to miss what we've got in store for you. According to insider reports, the details of this blockbuster trade are still being finalized, but early indications are pointing to a shocking move that will send Dak Prescott to the Cleveland Browns, with the Cowboys' sights firmly set on a future without their longtime QB. In his place, the Cowboys are reportedly looking to bring in none other than Shedeur Sanders, the son of NFL legend Deion Sanders, to become the new face of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, for those of you who might be scratching your heads, wondering, why Dak? Why now? And who the heck is Shedeur Sanders? Let me break it down for you. If this deal goes through, it will go down as one of the most significant and jaw-dropping moves in Dallas Cowboys history. We're talking about sending Dak Prescott, the franchise's leader for nearly a decade, to the Browns and bringing in the up-and-coming star Shedeur Sanders to lead the charge in Dallas. This move could mark the dawn of a new era for the Cowboys, one that will forever change the course of the franchise. The implications of this move go far beyond just football. We're talking about money, legacy, and the future of the Cowboys organization. Dak Prescott has been the unquestioned leader of the Cowboys ever since he was drafted in the 4th round of the 2016 NFL Draft. Over the years, Prescott has exceeded expectations, led the team to multiple playoff appearances, and cemented himself as one of the top quarterbacks in the league. However, despite his strong performances, there's always been that looming question: can Dak take the Cowboys to the promised land? Can he lead them to a Super Bowl victory? This question has haunted Prescott throughout his tenure in Dallas, and it seems like the front office, led by the ever-ambitious Jerry Jones, has had enough. Despite Dak's commendable efforts and impressive stats, the Cowboys have never quite been able to get over the hump. Playoff exits, heartbreaking losses, and the constant criticism of Dak's ability to win in big moments have created an atmosphere of uncertainty. For Jerry Jones and the Cowboys, it seems like the time has come to look towards the future and make a bold change. Enter Shedeur Sanders. Now, Shedeur is no ordinary quarterback prospect. He's not just the son of NFL Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, he's a talent in his own right. Over at the University of Colorado, Shedeur has been lighting it up on the field. With his strong arm, exceptional poise under pressure, and leadership skills, Sanders has quickly become one of the most talked about young quarterbacks in college football. His connection to the Cowboys is deeper than just his father's legacy. Deion Sanders was a key part of the Cowboys' dominant 1990s teams, helping guide them to a Super Bowl victory. Now, the possibility of Shedeur stepping into the spotlight in Dallas and wearing the star on his helmet is a storyline that no one can ignore. But let's be clear, this potential trade isn't just about football. It's about a brand. The Dallas Cowboys have always been about making bold moves, and this one could be the most daring yet. Bringing in a young, dynamic quarterback like Shedeur Sanders could elevate the Cowboys to new heights in terms of relevance, media attention, and star power. The Cowboys have been under the microscope for years, and they thrive in the spotlight. Shedeur Sanders isn't just a football player, he's a brand in the making, and that could be a huge part of the Cowboys' future. But before we get too carried away, let's take a moment to talk about what this means for the Cleveland Browns. With Dak Prescott on their roster, the Browns instantly become a much more dangerous team in the AFC. For years, Cleveland has been searching for stability at the quarterback position. Deshaun Watson's tenure has been filled with uncertainty, and the Browns have yet to find a true franchise quarterback to lead them into contention. Bringing in Dak Prescott, a proven leader with years of experience, could be just what the Browns need. Dak's ability to command an offense, make plays with both his arm and legs, and remain a steady presence in the locker room would provide a huge boost to Cleveland's offense. With a solid defense, a strong running game, and playmakers on the outside, Prescott could lead the Browns deep into the playoffs. If he can get the job done in Cleveland, it could be the redemption arc Dak Prescott needs. He would have the chance to prove his critics wrong and solidify his legacy as one of the NFL's best quarterbacks. Let's also not forget the financial side of things. Dak Prescott's massive contract is a huge part of the reason this trade is even being discussed. Moving Prescott would free up significant cap space for the Cowboys, and that money could be reinvested into the roster. The Cowboys have been criticized for not making enough moves to strengthen their offensive line and secondary, but with Dak's contract off the books, Jerry Jones would have the flexibility to make some much-needed acquisitions. This could allow Shedeur Sanders to step into a much stronger, more well-rounded team right out of the gate. There's also the marketing and branding aspect of this move. Shedeur Sanders, being the son of one of the most marketable and recognizable players in NFL history, brings an entirely new level of excitement to the Cowboys brand. We're talking about national endorsement deals, a surge in ticket sales, and massive media attention. Jerry Jones is a businessman, and he knows how to make the Cowboys the most talked about team in the league. Shedeur Sanders leading the Cowboys would undoubtedly boost the team's global profile, and the potential for Sanders to become a global superstar is huge. Of course, there are risks involved. Shedeur Sanders hasn't played a single down in the NFL yet, and transitioning from college to the pros is never a guaranteed smooth ride. The pressure on him to succeed immediately would be astronomical, especially with the expectations that come with being the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. If he struggles, the criticism will be relentless, and the comparisons to Dak Prescott will be unavoidable. Despite these risks, the Cowboys seem to be all in on Shedeur Sanders. They believe he has the mental toughness, the leadership, and the raw talent to succeed at the NFL level. If they can surround him with the right coaching staff and supporting cast, he has the potential to thrive and lead the Cowboys into a new era of success. As you might expect, the reaction from Cowboys fans has been mixed. Some fans believe it's time for a change. They argue that Dak Prescott has had enough chances and hasn't been able to deliver the ultimate prize, a Super Bowl victory. Others are skeptical, questioning whether Shedeur is truly ready to take on one of the most high-profile and demanding positions in all of sports. Social media is buzzing with debates, and analysts are weighing in on the pros and cons of the potential trade. It's clear that this news has divided Cowboys Nation, and the NFL world is watching closely. One of the biggest factors that will determine whether this trade goes through is Jerry Jones himself. As the Cowboys owner, Jones has a reputation for making bold moves, but he's also fiercely loyal to his players. Dak Prescott has been the face of the franchise for years, and Jones has defended him time and time again. However, Jerry Jones is also a businessman, and if he sees an opportunity to make the Cowboys younger, more dynamic, and more financially flexible, he won't hesitate to pull the trigger. If he believes that Shedeur Sanders is the future of the Cowboys, he'll make it happen. So, what does this mean for the NFC? If the Cowboys go through with this trade, it could shift the balance of power in the conference. A young, dynamic quarterback like Shedeur Sanders could give Dallas a significant edge in a division that already includes the powerhouse Philadelphia Eagles and the up-and-coming New York Giants. The NFC has been dominated by veteran quarterbacks in recent years, but this could be the beginning of a new era, with fresh talent taking center stage. And for Dak Prescott, moving to Cleveland could represent a fresh start. It might not be the dream destination, but it would give him the chance to prove his doubters wrong. The Browns have a passionate fan base, a strong roster, and a front office that is committed to winning. If Dak can lead them to playoff success, he could rewrite his legacy and prove that he's still one of the best quarterbacks in the game. The coming days are going to be critical. Negotiations are happening behind the scenes, and teams are weighing their options. Fans, analysts, and NFL insiders are all on edge, waiting for the official word on this massive potential trade. One thing is for sure, if this move goes down, it will go down as one of the most shocking trades in NFL history. The Dallas Cowboys are on the verge of making a franchise-altering decision, and the impact of this move will be felt for years to come. Stay tuned, Cowboys Nation, because this story is far from over.